Well, good afternoon, everybody. I've got a little easy one today, all of 5 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. And what I wanted to do really was twofold. First of all, I wanted to thank everybody who voted for our company, for Swanline, as Supplier of the Year. It means an awful lot to us and a lot of progress for us this year, and it's the platform really for us to continue that progress. Thank you very much indeed for that. It means a lot. So, I'm really proud to be part of the sheet plant sector for lots of reasons, but I think one of the main reasons is we have the ability to innovate in probably a lot quicker than many other more cumbersome companies because of the size of us. You know, we don't have lots of hoops to jump through to get things done, and we are pretty good at innovating ourselves and entrepreneurialism, whatever you want to call it. Sorry, I'm trying to move on here. Okay, so one of the things that we tried to do, we actually have done successfully, is to try and look at the future a little bit and the technologies that are coming through in the industry, which have crossover not just with us as sheet plants in the corrugated sector, but also the technologies that are already established in the point of sale side, in particular digital related platforms. So we did the Corrugated and Print show in Liverpool jointly with FESPA UK. The reason we jointly did this with FESPA UK is they very much represent the point of sale side of our industry and still in corrugated. And a lot of the machine companies that are developing digital platforms coming through, they've now got overlap into the corrugated box sector, which gives us a far better opportunity for us to understand the technologies that have been around for some time in POS coming through into the corrugated market now. And it made absolute sense to get two good associations together with all their skill and experience in this and to come up with this first trade show. So we ended up in Liverpool, which was a great venue, 24th, 25th of June, and managed to sell 45 stands, which I think actually is remarkable given, I'm going to go through some of the bad things here because we have to learn from our experience of this, but to sell 45 stands was pretty remarkable given we only had 3 months to set this exhibition up, get the exhibitors, and to get delegates to come to the event. So we had 845 booked delegates for the event. We had about 526 visitors and invited guests over that 2 days. Okay, we were slightly disappointed we didn't get so many that were booked. I think it was too easy for people not to come. It was a free event, but nevertheless, again, we learned from the experience for next time. So the format of the exhibition, we had some really good positive feedback on the format. Albeit we had a couple say, well, can't it be down south a bit, a little bit more? I think it worked generally well. It was a great exhibition centre, some great facilities, local hotels, etc. So I think the consensus really it would work. Generally on timing, again, it was positive, but the show did start on the Monday, and I think the preference was maybe that we didn't do that again, so not to take place on the Monday. All these things we're taking in and learning. We had fantastic support staff from both the SPA and FESPA UK, made it the event that it was. Everybody worked incredibly hard on something that actually was quite difficult to put together. An awful lot to do in a short space of time. The main area of dissatisfaction, I would say, from exhibitors was relatively low footfall. And, well, I think this can be attributed really to the fact we did have 3 months to put the show together. You know, there's limited time there, but also people had their budgets already committed. There was CCE the week before, and therefore to go from one event to the other event was quite difficult for some. So again, we can address this in the next move forward because we're totally committed to learning from all these and and improving. So we've now got 18 months or thereabouts until the next proposed show. So we have already started in putting together the plans, which I will go through just in a little bit now. From a value for money perspective, the space costs it was good, but overall, if you took everything, so if you're exhibiting, hotel bills, everything like that, stand build up, we learned that we probably needed a little bit more time in front of delegates, and with more delegates, it's going to pay. With the 18 months of marketing that we've got now, we are going to have time to really get some work done and get things booked up, get the delegates to have it in the diary and not clash with any events the previous week. We did have a couple of comments on food and drink costs, and we don't think they were any different to other venues, and therefore, yes, we'll look at it. And I think refreshments, especially for exhibitors, will be done through the SPA, through hampers, something like that. So yes, there we go. So those refreshments will be available to exhibitors. Presentations-wise, very well received. The panel discussion by Dan Brunton was really good. I think it's very engaging. Got a great broad spectrum across materials, digital platforms, workflows. It was really, really good. Frederick Magnuson from A Plastic Planet, and Ian Bates from Real Brands, again, really, really good. And we're honoured to have Sean here with us today to present again. And there was one bit by me as well. But overall, the speaker lineup was good, and it went very well. I would say that, again, what we've learnt is we need to, instead of people breaking away from the stands and going to watch presentations, that we have it in a central area. So that's what we are going to be doing at the next show. Now, the gala dinner, which was absolutely it was fantastic, but again we did learn from some of the areas that we need to improve on there. So managed to raise £13,000, which is remarkable, and 2 cheques here you can see for the 2 charities, Bluebell Woods and Mind. This is only a proposed format for the next show. So again, we are proposing in Liverpool, but this is not cast in stone yet. I must emphasise that we're still looking. Entertainment-wise, probably not a comedian, maybe live music, but again, under review. We're just looking at all avenues. Silent auction, we felt that went on too long. It took too much of the evening up, so again, learnt from that. And there's a possibility of transport taking guests to a different gala dinner. Again, there's a bit of debate about that as to, does that tend to split down the exhibition a little bit too much? Again, we will come back and report on that as soon as we know. Some of the things that we are looking at the moment is what we are doing is going to be running it biannually. So the next one in 2021. And with over 50% of the exhibitors saying they would return, I think that's a really good platform for us to work from and get more, because there's an awful lot of companies that said, if only we had a bit more time or we had the budget left, we would have come. So that gives us a lot of encouragement. Again, we are looking at Liverpool, but maybe a change of hall, lower ceilings, nicer setting, etc. These are things that are being looked at the moment. So we would also look at, for exhibitors, Monday setup, and then Tuesday and the Wednesday on the exhibition, with the gala dinner on the Tuesday night. One of the things we're looking at actually is Liverpool Cathedral as a venue for the dinner. They do this. It could be very, very unique, but again, it's only a proposal. It's not cast in stone. So, yeah, and the lunch hampers, I've said that already. And that's it. I think generally speaking, we're very excited about the next one. We've learnt a lot from it, and we're going to be in a much stronger position to put forward an exhibition for everybody that's going to have something for everybody. And with digital coming through so much, and with all the machine people that we get there generally on the print side, we're very confident that it's going to be an even better and bigger exhibition in 2021. So on behalf of the SPA and FESPA UK, thank you for your support.